Meet Lucy. A young wizard apprentice jumped around in excitement. She had temporarily forgotten her mission to protect Lincoln from a deadly illness that had befallen the city. She skipped out of the front door and down to the arboretum, where she absent-mindedly scrolled into the giant maze. She came here often when she wanted to be alone, to reflect on how she could make Lincoln better. However, today she had not been thinking about her problems. She had her eyes on the sky, desperate to be the first to catch a glimpse of Lucy the dragon, who visited the castle every 100 years when she returned from her travels. She had been wandering around the maze for some time when she saw a glint of red through the bushes and thought, "Lucy?" She raced to the spot. After 5 years of visiting the maze, she could navigate it with her eyes closed. There, standing very close to her, was a dragon, with scales as red as blood and talons as sharp as a samurai sword. She looked magnificent in the morning sun. "Lucy?" she asked in a nervous voice. Her ancestors had told her about dragons, but only a few had ever met one. "Yes, youngling." There was a sadness in her tone that Florence picked up right away. Now, casting an eye over the dragon, she no longer looked as mighty. Shame lingered in her eyes. She let out a wail of despair. The sound was sad enough to make the happiest man on earth cry. "What's wrong?" "My fire is gone." "I can fix that. I can cast a spell." "If you're such a powerful wizard, why wear the robes of an apprentice?" "As you know, all wizards remain in apprenticeship until they finish their final task. Mine was to rid Lincoln of its deathly sickness." She hung her head in shame before continuing, "I have not completed it yet." Florence led Lucy towards her secret place that she had stocked with spell books and different wands. She opened one titled "Medicine for Dragons." "Open your mouth wide, and whatever you do, don't sneeze." Lucy nodded. "Zerwin Dingag Freesha Vakadu." Florence stood to the side, and Lucy let a loose jet of flame as red as the scales of her body. The heat from it was immense. "By doing me this kindness, I pledge to help you. Take a scale from my tail, but heed my warning. If you're pure of heart and intentions true, it shall cure the city. If not, the whole city shall succumb to this sickness." They travelled along the road and parted just before the castle came into view. Florence stood on top of the tower, watching the crowd below her, waiting for Lucy to arrive. She came flying over, resplendent. Florence held up the scale, and in that moment Lucy felt Florence's soul merge with hers and knew she had done the right thing. The city of Lincoln was safe again.